Time for some crazy, bold predictions, maybe. Yeah, let's toss out something that makes people go, Smitty, I don't think you could say that. And not all this is going to make sense, and understand this is fun, and we're going to try and predict some things that are probably low probability, but possible to happen. BTJ being the number 4 wide receiver last year was an improbable proposition 1 year ago from today. So we're going to go that route. What can we predict that might be that crazy but possible? The Fantasy Football Show begins right now.
From the FantasyFootballShow.com studios, it's the Fantasy Football Show. Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
All right, right off the bat, let's go crazy top 5 RB. Top 5 RB in 2025. I'm going to say my favorite call here is going to be Trey Henderson. I don't know that that's very bold in our community, but I think across the fantasy industry, a rando that might come in here might be like, what are you talking about, Smitty? But at the end of the day, this is a guy that I feel has a nose for the end zone. This is a guy I feel, house call Hendy, can take the football house at any moment.
Taking it to the house every time he touches the football, baby.
And house call Hendy is going to be one of the most sought after running backs to trade for come week 2, 3, 4. Think kind of, and this is not the exact same scenario, but remember Barkley. Hard to remember this, but Barkley was a second round player in 2024 last year. Going in this time last year, he was a second round player. People were scared of the Philadelphia Eagles rotating him, or, you know, maybe the tush push taking too much work. People were worried about them not throwing the ball to him, and they didn't throw a ton to him, but he still just broke off run after run. But he was a second round player, and people struggled to put him at 13, 14, 15 overall. I think, you know, real quickly, the whole world adjusted to his top 5 overall value, top 3 overall value, in some cases 1. And I think people will really quickly adjust to Trey Henderson being a top 5 running back in 2025. This isn't even a bold one. This feels like a lock. Let's move on to something bolder. Let's stay top 5 RB. Not everybody's going to make the top 5, especially rookies, but I'm going to say RJ Harvey. Let's call him a top 6 running back in 2025. Very hard to imagine this not going right for RJ Harvey. His coach, Sean Payton, made Alvin Kamara an 81 reception rookie running back. And you might say, yeah, but J.K. Dobbins is there. Mark Ingram was on this team. Do you know what rank Mark Ingram was? The year that Alvin Kamara was a rookie and caught 81 footballs and was running back 4, I believe. Do you know what rank Mark Ingram was that year? He was running back 9, I'm almost positive, in most every scoring format. Running back 9. They were both top 10 running backs. So I don't want to hear J.K. Dobbins is going to hold R.J. Harvey back. R.J. Harvey is going to be RB 6 to 10, but I'm going to say, for the bold sake of this show, we're going to go running back 6. We're going to say he catches 70-plus footballs, and his coach has already telegraphed this. I mean, yeah, there might be some slow unraveling. You know, think Chase Brown last year. I made a fool of myself for 3 straight weeks, and, well, the entire offseason. But week 1, Chase Brown, we do this thing on the channel. Whenever we say Chase Brown's name, or whenever I read it in a comment, I yell, Chase Brown, and it's almost never fail. I never fail to do it. It's exhausting, you know, thinking about having to do it every time I say the guy's name, but it's a tradition. And we did it all offseason last year. And then in week 1, there were crickets. Week 2, crickets. Week 3, crickets. I felt kind of dumb, to be honest with you. I was a little bit worried. And then Chase Brown became everything we predicted him to be on this channel. And so I'm not saying that slow start will happen for Harvey. I'm just saying it could, and people will panic, and we'll be there to buy and scoop up RJ. RJ will be, in my opinion, 6 to 10, but we'll call 6 right here. 70-plus receptions. Doesn't matter if he gets slow unveiled. And his coach has already told you, he's a third down back. And somebody or a channel somewhere might have told you, like, according to reports, he's not a good pass pro back. He can't block. They're really worried about him. I'm telling you because I know you don't know anything because Sean Payton's already gone to a podium upon podium to talk to beat writers that ask him, what about the pass pro? You worried about the little itty bitty pass pro protection that this guy can't provide? And he says, no. Sean Payton said,
He will be on the field
RJ Harvey
on third down.
And he said, not only that, we'll design plays to get him the football on third down because my running backs catch the ball a lot of the time on third downs. So Sean Payton's essentially saying, why would I take off the field my 70 reception running back, Steve? But people just want to tell their narrative. Whatever. J.K. Dobbins. If they fed J.K. Dobbins enough to even put a dent in R.J. Harvey's production, he will get hurt. And if they don't give J.K. Dobbins enough production to put a dent in R.J. Harvey's work, then fine. It doesn't even matter. Somebody's got to take on that work. If a team runs the ball 475 times, let's give Bo Nix 75 of them, whatever. Let's just call it 400 running back carries. How many carries is R.J. Harvey going to get you? Probably 230 at most, maybe more like 220 because he's busy catching 70 footballs. So 220 carries, and then you have 70 receptions. And if you think, 70 receptions, he can't do that, you're not listening. Kamara, 81 receptions his rookie year, 81 receptions his second year. You know what? How many receptions Kamara had his third year? 81. 81. How many his fourth year? No, 81's not correct. It's 83. So 70 is light work. So 220, I mean, even if this was 270 receptions, 200 carries, you have 200 more carries that need to go to another running back or running backs. What are we doing here? It's simple math. Let's put a tight end on the map. We've been talking about this guy, Tyler Warren. I'm going to say that Warren ends up being tight end number 3 overall. This guy had mother freaking 218 carries highlighted in red and 4 touchdowns last year at Penn State. He was busy catching footballs too. He had 104, 1233, and 8 touchdowns, but he was running the ball like a running back at times. And Shane Steichen, who created at least the beginning stages of Jalen Hurts before he left for Indy, is going to use this kid, I believe, as the brotherly shove lead dog candidate, and he'll probably have 2 or 3 rushing touchdowns this year. He'll probably have, even if he doesn't have the college, 200 plus rushing yards, maybe he has 120, and he'll rip off 6 to 8 yards a carry because there'll be, design plays, or maybe he steps back behind the quarterback. They throw it to him. He takes it, 40 yards down the field, 30 yards, 10, just average will be like 6 to 8 yards a carry just because he's not running up the gut. He's running in very specific design plays. And Tyler Warren was given so much manufactured, scripted plays just for him. This is the number 1 wide receiver on the Colts roster in 2025. This is a guy that I believe will have such a remarkable season for a team that has nobody else. And maybe he's not in a position to score 10 touchdowns. He might get 6 to 7 because he's not living near the red zone. He'll rush 2 or 3 in, and he might end up with 9 or 10 at the end of the day. He's just going to have a remarkable year. And this is one of the most sought-after dynasty prospects, in my opinion, when you get past the beginning rounds, the first 3 or 4 rounds, and you're looking for a difference maker. This is it. Tight end number 3. Bucky Irving.
Get buckied. Buckied.
Let's go, Bucky. Bucky is running back 3 on the year. Boom. Nailed it. Maybe he's tied. Bucky tied for 3. Who's he tied with? Genty. And I don't know that that's crazy bold. So let's put Bucky 3 tie, Genty 3 tie. So running back 3 and 4. I don't think that's crazy bold to have Genty here, but I think having Bucky 3 is pretty bold. That means Bijan and Gibbs and then no one else. These 2 guys are number 3 and number 4, or number 4, number 3, whatever way you want to mix that up. Now, I know we're running out of spots. Hey, what about Harvey? Like, he's going to be 6th. Then that means you only have 1 more running back ahead of Harvey and those guys. Look, it's a bold prediction show. I'm not saying all this is going to pencil out. These are bold predictions. Not all of them will land. but Bucky's going to have an unbelievable season. Keep in mind that Bucky hadn't played starter reps until double-digit rounds, and he still was 10th in red zone targets. In rushing yards, he was number 10, and he didn't really get starts until, full-time work until double-digit rounds. In fact, more like week 13, week 12 is when he started to get some run. You can see this green box is kind of where he's kind of deemed as starter. So 25 carries, he's getting 12 and 13 and 14. No green lit carry column here until we get to this week 13. So imagine what he'll do with a full season. He's a 3-down back. Rachaad White is a situational 3-down back. Bucky's the main 3-down back. And look at these totals. He's just unbelievable. Running back 3, running back 1, running back 5, running back 9, running back 7. And there's just no running back more exciting in terms of the way he runs the ball. And the fact that he was ranked number 41 in the entire National Football League at the running back position in terms of running back snap share for his team. And he did all of this damage. Fantasy points 12th, yards per route run 6, yards after contact number 1 in the league, forced missed tackles top 4. These two stats are the most translatable stats to proving or predicting what running back is going to explode in the coming season. I mean, look at these, it's third and 30-plus yard runs. Top 5 running back is my question I've posed all year. This is my workhorse, dark horse number 3. My last big, bold, bad boy prediction is going to be Igbuka. Emeka Igbuka. We created Emeka Igbuka. Everybody else is pretending that they created Emeka Igbuka. We created this train. We conducted it. We created it from the ground up. We're the ones conducting it. Everybody else is riding on a caboose attached to our train. So don't even get me started. Igbuka, to me, not only, this is not the bold part, not only will he be the Bucs' number 1 wide receiver, not per start or, extrapolate week 10 on. I mean, in 2025, he'll be the number 1 wide receiver at the end of the year. Not only that, he'll be a locked-in second-round pick to the tune of being ranked higher than Ladd McConkey is right now in 2025. That's how higher he'll be ranked, Igbuka, in 2026. So second round plus value in 2026. And probably the boldest take of all, he will be a top 8 wide receiver in 2025. Igbuka, top 8 wide receiver in 2025. Igbuka is a phenomenal player. He has that kick return skill set. He gets the football. And instead of going, okay, how do I get an extra 5 or 10 yards? He's scanning the field like a kick returner, finding different pockets and planes to go to. What's the most likelihood I could get into that space? Okay, I'm going to go that way. He invites contact. He rolls off contact. He doesn't get tripped up. He catches the ball in ways that save his momentum. And Baker talked about this and said that the way he high points the ball, but then gets his feet immediately on the ground and continues on. It's kind of like, the best way to describe it is when you pass the soccer ball to your teammate, you don't kick it to him so he stops it and then kills his momentum and then he starts up again and goes downfield. You lead him with the ball and he keeps running and kicking the ball. And so Igbuka, he knows this. And so when he catches the ball, he grounds his feet and keeps going, and it's just the momentum, the movements. Igbuka, when I watch him, I'm seeing Malik Neighbors. You can balk at that all you want. You can say, but BTJ, when somebody somewhere, I think, probably on a remote island somewhere, probably said BTJ might be wide receiver 4. You would have balked if you heard him speaking that, but nobody heard it because he was on an island by himself. Well, this island is not lonely because I got a lot of my people here, and I'm saying it. This guy looks like the next Malik Neighbors in terms of his movement, his fluidity. He's just, his footwork, his precision. And there's no way with Baker Mayfield's laser locking attraction for a wide receiver, just boom, 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 isn't going to put this kid in optimal situations to explode. And watch his footwork. Watch the way he moves. Watch the way he manipulates defenders. There's something called spatial intelligence in sports that you can't teach. Jordan was the king at spatial intelligence. There was no one smarter, maybe in the entire sports arena that was more skilled at spatial awareness and in something he just did it innately. He didn't know. He didn't train for it. He would jump in the air, and imagine this being a basketball. He'd jump in the air, and as a defender would hit him, he would literally know how much force to hit the defender with. He'd literally know what he needed to do, at what point during the peak of his jump, push back. But he literally put himself in a position where the defender had no chance of getting the ball. The defender had no chance of knocking him off course. When impact was coming, he used the impact to put himself back on track and calculated it all in his head. Jordan was the king at running into people and putting himself right back on the path that he needed to go on. And you think of Igbuka, and it's kind of like that. When he's running and makes contact while he's running, he's using it as momentum. I don't think he's even aware of it. And then when he, is in this preseason game where he made this unbelievable corner of the end zone touchdown catch, he's using the defender to his advantage, putting his hands out at the last second, using his legs, making his body go limp so he can create separation. It's just unbelievable. Everything he does is unbelievable. And he's learned every position because he's been a rover in college, playing with the best wide receivers in college football. And the wide receivers he played with in college were better than the Tampa Bay Buccaneer wide receiver room by a country mile. And you can say, Smitty, wait a minute, what are you talking about? Mike Evans, Hall of Famer, what are you talking about? Igbuka played with Jeremiah Smith, and maybe going to be the best college wide receiver prospect to ever come out of college. Played with Marvin Harrison Jr., Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, JSN. Yeah, Buka played with all of those guys, and they kept moving Buka around so he'd learn every position. He became the rover, and it turned him into a monster. Buka, this might not even be high enough. If we're doing bold, top 8's good. That's bold. If we're going crazy bold, maybe we say top 7. Top 7 wide receiver 2025. Book it under the bold prediction. I'm not meaning this to be a high probability show. We're just doing it live. And one more. Ollie Gordon has 12 plus touchdowns in 2025. This does not mean that Achane has to get injured. Achane and Mostert were ideal together, and Achane was at his best, averaging 7.8, historically the highest yards per carry for any running back in the history of the NFL. 7.8 yards per carry as a rookie, with Mostert being a top 10 running back. So know that. But if the thing about Ollie Gordon is he comes with this extra added bonus that if Achane went down, Ollie Gordon would become a top 5 to 10 running back, top 5 to 7 running back. And if Achane doesn't go down, he could still be a borderline top 12 running back. So that's kind of like this added factor you've got to look into and say, okay, all things go well with Achane all year long. He's still an amazing flex play, maybe even low-end running back too, or medium range running back too, maybe even high-end. Who knows? I mean, look at Mostert. And Miami Mike's job is on the line. So he's got to get back to what worked when Achane and Mostert were balling out and people thought he was a genius. So what's he going to do? He's going to go back to the old school look of the ground and pound with Gordon and then getting Achane in space. And it's going to be great for Achane. But Gordon, I'm going to say 12 plus touchdowns in 2025 as a rookie, no matter what. If Achane goes down, he's going to blow these numbers out of the water. And I'm going to say RB2 high-end RB2. And that could be anywhere from 13 to 15 RB material, meaning he's not RB12. That would be the last of the starting RBs if you were in a starting required league of 12 people. So 12 running backs and running back 1 through 12 is the RB1s. This is between 13 and 15. High-end RB2, and I'm going to say league mother freaking winner. You have this guy and you draft right around him, you're winning a league. Go do it live, do it well. Your boy's live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, every single Monday through Friday. I'm live whenever big news breaks. I'm also live at midnight Eastern, almost every single night, drafting with you on Underdog. To get in the drafts, make sure you're smashing the link in the description or using code Smitty. It's a $10 minimum on Underdog, but jump in. We're doing battle royales week 1 drafts right now. They're $7 and we draft for week 1. It's so fantastically fun. Make sure you get on over there. I got a Patreon, $10 a month. You want a group chat? Yeah, my friend's got a group chat. I wish I had a group chat. You do now. $10 a month, cancel anytime, 24/7 live chatting. I'm in there. The whole community's in there. Go do it live and don't forget my content. And if you've already drafted, the waiver wire, the buy lows, the articles, all of that, the trade calculator, the trade calculators, the dynasty and redraft, it's there for the taking. And it's going to help you in the in-season as much as it'll help you for your draft prep. So don't think you missed out just because you haven't subscribed yet. Get on over to thefantasyfootballshow.com. That link is in the description. The Underdog link's in the description, and the Patreon link. All my links are in the description of the video, in every video, in case you're looking for it later. I'll see you all later. I'm live again, Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, live whenever Big News breaks. I'm live most every single midnight Eastern. On that note, let me leave you with the Supernovas. Those are the best picks in fantasy, according to your boy Smitty.
There are handfuls of Saturn, Mars, and Moon men, but only 8 can be supernovas. I give you the 8 best picks in fantasy football.
They are the 8 supernovas. They are the 8 supernovas. The hateful 8 supernovas. I'm looking at the 8 supernovas. Actually, it's 12. Actually, it's 13. Supernovas. The magnificent 13. 13.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.